how to journal your way towards your goals. That's today's show. Let's dive into it. Hey everyone, I'm Clayton Morris, longtime real estate investor, entrepreneur, and goal setter. Although I didn't come to goal setting easily, and one of the ways that I did it was through journaling. So today on the show, we're going to talk about 3 key ways in order to build a practice around journaling. Now, we now know, I saw a survey recently in Inc. magazine about the one key theme among successful entrepreneurs and what that was. There was a key theme that ran through their success, and it was gratitude through journaling. So every day they would sit down and write a little bit, reflect on their day, and journal. So why shouldn't we all do it, right? If successful entrepreneurs cite that as one of the key areas of success in their lives, we should all do it because there's probably something to it. Now, we're out on the water today and wanted to get out of the stodgy, stuck-up home office to get out and enjoy some of the beautiful air. So hope you will enjoy a little bit of the background here. We've got some music playing over there, some people swimming, and I wanted to get out here to talk about some goal setting today. Step 1 in this process is to build a daily practice. Now, I'm going to throw out a few key ideas here. You can blend some of these into your daily practice. Now, number 1 is gratitude. When you sit down to build a daily practice and to open your journal, I want you to, and maybe this might be really difficult for you because you might be in a hard way right now in your life, to find something that you can find gratitude about in your life and to write about it. Maybe it's your kids, maybe it's your parents, maybe it's your job, maybe it's a job offer you just got. Maybe it's something tiny like the meal that you were offered the night before from a friend across the street. Maybe your neighbor came over and brought you some banana bread, right? We have a neighbor who, she makes all this delicious cookies and banana bread, and she'll bring it over to us on a Saturday morning sometimes, and the kids love it and I love it. That, to show gratitude for that. I mean, it seems like maybe but it's a small, beautiful gesture, right? To show some gratitude for that is really powerful. Then that means you're setting the intention for your day around this idea of seeing the beauty in other people. So whatever your practice, your daily practice, I think building gratitude in is a key part of that daily practice. Another thing that you would build into your daily practice might be writing about your intention. And we now know from quantum physics that setting your intention and writing as if something has already happened, that means writing in the present tense, that you already have the successful job or that you've already completed the project. You're setting your intention so that you're seeing it already completed. By writing that down and knowing that it's almost already finished or the wheels are already in motion around that project or goal, guess what? Things start to come into your life. It's amazing. It always works. It always works. And we now know scientifically that there are, at the quantum level, that when you set your intention on certain particles, those particles react differently when you don't have your intention placed on them. A fabulous documentary on this is called The Black Hole, W-H-O-L-E, and a fantastic scientist at the heart of this. And when they studied exactly what happens when you place your intention on certain things, and you already see them as being completed, they happen. So writing down in your daily practice, I like to do that. I like to sit down, and I've got a couple of big projects we're working on right now in the company. And instead of saying, I hope, or I hope, fingers crossed, that this is going to happen, instead the way I look at it is, I am thankful that this is already in motion. That this big project, which requires 15 to 20 different steps, is already started. And guess what happens? People start to show up in your life. You'll have people who have done this before will show up in your life. Books will present themselves. Steps will already start to unfold when you place your intention in the right way. So again, building a few of these things into your daily practice: gratitude, intention on the future, and simple goal setting. I like to also reflect upon the day before, right? So if you're writing in the morning, you wake up in the morning, journaling about something that you accomplished the day before can be really powerful. And thinking about some of the dreams that you may have had, and you don't have to spend a lot of time doing it. So that's step 1, setting a daily practice around your intention and gratitude. Make it part of your habit. Once that habit is formed, you'll never look back. The second step is to set a schedule. Now, some people are morning people, some people are nighttime people. I like to journal in the morning when the kids are maybe still in bed. I grab a cup of coffee, sit down, open up my journal, and think about, think about these things. I like to reflect upon the day before. I like to sort of set my intentions for the day and write down a couple of daily affirmations. So I kind of keep it short and sweet. Spend about 10-15 minutes journaling in the morning over a cup of coffee. The important thing is, though, is to put it in your calendar and make it part of your daily routine. So if you're setting your practice, and then step 2, you're creating a space for it in your life, then stick to it. And one thing that I like to do is set a reminder. So if it's the afternoon, if you like to journal in the afternoon, let's say, or even after dinner, dinner's all done, you sit down with your iPad or your journal, and you want to think about your day, and you reflect upon the things that you accomplished for the day. That's a great way to look at it as well. But I would like to set a reminder. So there's all sorts of different ways to set reminders, right? You can do so on your iPhone or your Android device, or right on your iPad. Just set a daily reminder. You can use an app that I like to use called Due, D-U-E, and it will send you a little notification every day at the same time. I use Due for a number of things, like setting reminders weekly for taking out the trash or recycling. Our recycling comes once every 2 weeks. So I forget, right? So I'll set that reminder that every 2 weeks at 7:30 in the morning, take out the recycling down to the curb. And you can do the same thing with Journal. Even some great apps like Day One. I use Day One on my iPad. That's a great app for journaling. And you can actually set in reminders inside of Day One so that it'll pop up and say, hey, it's time to sit down and reflect upon your day. And you can set it for however you want in any custom order that you would like. But the important thing is to set it every day. That journaling every day builds that habit, and it's incredibly important. And sometimes when I'm traveling or if I've forgotten, I kick myself. I really do not like to miss it. And I know that it actually affects my entire day when I don't journal. So again, setting that daily reminder, very, very important. And step 3 is to not overwrite. When you start journaling sometimes, you're going to want to maybe you'll spend like an hour writing. And guess what happens? The next day you'll get up to journal and you'll be like, oh, I already wrote everything yesterday. So don't overwrite. Just keep it short and sweet. Sometimes just a few sentences will do. Had a rough night of sleep, was thinking about that big project that I haven't completed just yet. Today I'm going to focus on taking next steps on that project. My children were a little ornery yesterday, I have gratitude about this. Just keep it short and sweet. You don't have to overwrite. But then there are some days where you might want to spill your guts a little bit more. But honestly, that's why there's the success of things like the 5-minute journal, because overwriting can lead to fatigue, and then it actually leads to not wanting to do it. So just keeping it short and sweet as part of your daily practice, you're more inclined to do it. So I would check out the 5-minute journal if you're thinking about some simple questions to ask yourself every day. So daily affirmations, what am I grateful for? What would make today great? Is another question the 5-minute journal asks. So keeping it short and sweet is the key to journal success. Now, as a bonus, here's a bonus. I gave you 3 key steps, but as a bonus in your journaling sequence, I want you to think about, maybe go back a year from now, or even 6 months from now. I just did this recently where I went back and reread some journal entries from a year ago where I had placed my intention on some things that I wanted to accomplish. You are going to be blown away by the things that come true. I wanted to achieve financial freedom. I wanted to, create different videos and different podcasts. I wanted to, create our studio where we could broadcast and do some great content around investing in real estate and helping people build financial freedom. A lot of different things, but I looked at all of them, and guess what? They all came true. Because when you're setting that daily intention, setting that daily goal, then those things start to come into your life. And those pieces, if you're setting them for the right reasons, then they start to come true. If you're doing them just to make money or just to, do it for the wrong reasons, then those things probably will not happen and will not come true. So as a little bonus, I'd like you to go back then a number of months from now and look at those journal entries, and you will be shocked at how many of them come true. In fact, one of the areas that came true for us was financial freedom. I've built a financial freedom cheat sheet for you. It's free. You can download it. It's super easy to download, and it's totally free. Just click on it and sit down. It can help you on your way to financial freedom. Thanks, everyone. I hope you will subscribe to the channel. Check out all of the great videos that we have here on the channel, and we'll see you back here next time. And now, go out there, take action, become a real estate investor. We think it's the #1 way to build wealth. We'll see you next time, everyone.